Hey Virgo, what's up? Today we're gonna do a love reading. So we're gonna get the perspective of your person, you, and potential outcomes of this connection. Yeah, I'm just kind of playing around with like different themes and felt really drawn to do this one because if there's anything I know and know really well, it's love. So why not read for that? I was watching a video today. Actually, it wasn't a video, it was on my community page from Butch Tarot, who not only is an awesome reader, but just seems like a really kind and gentle soul who gives some super great advice, you know, straight from the heart. And he was talking about that today, about how sometimes it's easier to receive love from all of you and to give out advice and stuff than it is to actually invest in our own love lives, etc. Anyways, check out his page. It's awesome. I don't know him. I do believe he is Canadian though. So if that's not incentive enough, I don't know what is. So I'm going to take all of these cards that kind of gobbed out on us here, Virgo, and see what's going on. Wow. Okay, so bottom of the deck, first of all, I'm seeing the Ace of Swords, and in this, sorry, I love the front of the camera set up super great today. I'm just kind of trying to jump into this and get my courage back after being away for a while. Yeah, so the Ace of Swords always to me is a connection with somebody that's kind of out of this world. It's my telepathy card. It's the ability to engage with someone that we care about, whether that's through love or friendship. This is indeed a special connection between someone that's incredibly passionate and not always in like a really, you know, physical intimacy way, but just in that connection. I feel like there's something, again, very different about you two. When I get this Lovers card, I often find that it is like an interracial relationship, and so differences that way, but kind of like, again, that yin-yang energy. I feel like at some point there's been some sadness here and some separation. Someone's been through an awful lot here. It's not really clear to me whether it's them or you at this point, but the clarity will come and we can always clarify. But I feel like, you know, I'm wondering if it's you that's been through something really difficult. And so you're kind of coming back to ground yourself after being on a journey that's been a bit tumultuous and emotional. I feel like it's been somewhat depressing for you, probably very dark days. But with that red cloak that she's wearing there, it always reminds me, and of course with the ravens or the crows pulling her to shore, it reminds me of somebody who is regaining more power and control in their life. They're kind of coming through the storm. So it's not over entirely yet, but there is this motion to come towards it and be, things are getting better, if you will, okay? It's almost like, again, I'm really being drawn to these, I'll just call them corvids because I don't know if they're supposed to be ravens or crows. You know, it doesn't really matter for these purposes, but, you know, we've had 3 of them that have kind of taken you under their wing and helped you through the worst of it. Now they're parting, and these 3 corvids are bringing you in now. So the number 3 could be important to you life path wise, or, you know, that's up for you to decide, but, you know, that just, it stands out to me. 6 as well, so 3 months, 6 months could be of importance to you. I feel like there's some reminiscing going on about comforting times in the past, and I'm wondering if it has something to do with this person here, with the Lovers, where you're using them as somewhat of an anchor to kind of bring you through this as well. I feel like a lot of thinking going on here. I know there's only the 6 of Swords here, but there's just, I feel like someone who's up in their head a lot. I'm just being encouraged right now to tell you that it's important that you take some time to yourself. I don't know if you're working a lot and there's this, you know, kind of this emphasis on balancing that a little bit better. But what I can say is Spirit's encouraging you to kind of think about what you want to be doing, which direction you want to be going, it's interesting that she has this one stick in her hand, but the other one is up against the wall. I feel like you're kind of in this solo energy, and you're kind of thinking about life. Like, what am I doing? Where am I going? You know, what am I doing for fun? What am I doing for work? I think there's, you know, possibly a career decision for you to make. There's something about here investing your energy into something that kind of brings you joy. That's more of a calming presence for you at the Eight of Pentacles versus something that's a little more academic, a little more scholarly. Excuse me. Pardon me. Sorry about that. I don't know if you're a sneezer. I can't remember the last time I sneezed. That's so funny. Anywho, yeah, so I think you're spending a lot of time thinking about that, actually. It's interesting because there's a few different dynamics playing out here. Eight of Swords on the bottom of the deck has me thinking that you're feeling a bit all over the place right now. And certainly with that many cards, excuse me, coming out at once, it feels very hodgepodge-ish for sure. I think you're all over the place, honestly. There's like some sweet stuff tied into some stressful stuff, like uncertainty, and I feel like you're not grounded. I feel like you're not anchored down. I feel this feeling of kind of being out of control, and almost like sick to my stomach, honestly. Like I feel like I want to vomit. So I don't know if that's anxiety for you. Yeah, I just heard like it's been a rough ride, like the seas have been rough, right? So I think whatever you've been through, it's been difficult. Yeah, you're pretty defensive right now. You've got your boundaries up. You're working on your own personal power and kind of your own inner strength and stuff. And I think, again, when it comes to the work department, you've got all these people or things coming at you. If you can kind of see that there, it's represented well with those sticks and just the different colors. It's like all of these obligations and things coming at you, and I think you're trying to kind of lock yourself in this little bubble and just be like, oh my God, just get me through this. On the flip side of that, I think the Spirit's encouraging you to, you know, while this is good that you protect yourself, I think it's also good that you get out and have some fun as well with people, with celebrations here, and just kind of let yourself go, because it feels very tight and constricted throughout this reading right now. Like it's like, oof, like, you know, I'm kind of hanging on for dear life sort of thing. With the High Priestess there, I feel like anytime I see the High Priestess, this is all about channeling that intuition and that wisdom. And I feel too, I feel like when you're thinking of this person, whoever this special person is in your life, you are kind of drawing off of those memories to kind of ground and center yourself, and, you know, kind of take you back to happier times. This is actually really sad with the moon on the bottom, because I feel like you feel quite lonely. I think you're very private, and I don't think you talk a lot about this stuff. I think there's two parts of yourself. I think you've got like a light and a shadow side, and it's almost like this energy of cocooning yourself, and just kind of feel like you're drowning in emotions. Yeah, again, this telepathy comes up. And again, the High Priestess, I don't know if you feel like you have a telepathic connection with this person, but that's definitely coming through. Okay. Oh, and I forgot the Tower had come out. It had flipped up. So there's I don't want to say there's something coming up. I'm wondering if you've been through this. Let's just clarify that Tower, please. Let's get a card to clarify that Tower. Ooh. Let's one more card to clarify that. I'll clarify the Seven of Swords too, and then I'll dive into the Tower. I'm getting that you have to be careful, Virgo. I think when your world's falling apart and things are kind of disintegrating, before your eyes, and these hopes and dreams are kind of, you know, poof into thin air. I think you've got to be really careful not to guard yourself so heavily that people almost become suspicious of you. It almost looks like you're being deceitful or sneaky behavior when you are in this kind of energy of cloaking yourself and maybe pretending things are better than they actually are. I don't think you're a deceitful person, but it sends a message out to people that you're hiding something, and you are. You're hiding your feelings, but I think it comes across as it's more than that. Yeah. Let's get, I feel like I want to pull like an oracle card for you for advice. Yeah, let's do that. Let's pull this. Like it's funny, I just came up with rest and rejuvenation. Again, it's very similar to the Seven of Wands card, but let's see what we can pull through here for you, Virgo. So, I mean, if you are involved with somebody right now, it feels kind of messy. It feels kind of messy. I really think, and this is me, this is not the cards necessarily, that when you're feeling ungrounded like this, it's a good idea to start grounding yourself in your life. And that looks different for everybody. And if you don't know how to do that, you can Google it on YouTube or like the internet, just on grounding techniques. But a good place to start is to take off your shoes and your socks, put your feet flat on the floor, put your hands down on your knees, comfortably seated, and just take some nice, slow, deep breaths in through your nose and out through your mouth, okay? If you've got a favorite, cologne or essential oil or something, put that on, or turn on your diffuser and put that around the room. There's lots of different things you can do. You just need to find something that resonates with you. And like I said, there's all sorts of good ideas out there. Maybe I'll do a video on that another day. Just on how we can ground ourselves, because it is so critically important. Yeah, I think you're really in the thick of it right now. Well, let's see what advice Spirit has for you going forward here. Interesting yin yang. I'd mentioned that with the Lovers card there, the number 22, which is 4, door to personal healing and happiness. So yeah, Angel of Balance on the bottom. Okay, so I think it's pretty clear, the message here throughout. And I don't know that it relates so much to this person, but I think there's a real need for you to start drawing in some balance into your life so that you can achieve, personal healing and the happiness that you so deserve. I think if you're feeling like right now, like there is no hope going forward and you don't know how this is all going to turn out, I think you can rest assured that it will be okay, but it's going to take some time and it's going to take some work here. And so balance is key. Balance, balance, balance. And so I don't know if you're into prayer or into rituals, or you can surround yourself with people who are into that sort of thing. And maybe this person can teach you how to do those things, how to ground, how to balance your life better. I think you feel safe with this person. And so I think, potentially when I look at all of this brought together, that's the advice that's being brought forward, is that balance is critical right now, and that this person somehow, some way could potentially play a role in this. I think they understand you. They potentially understand your journey as well. Maybe they've been through it themselves. I don't know, but the message is super clear. So I'm going to leave it there for you today, Virgo. Take care. Talk to you next time.